All right. What's going on, chat? What is going on, y'all? How we doing? Let me just make sure we are good to go here before we get started. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, I think we're good. What's going on, chat? How we doing on this Sunday night? Hope you guys are having a good, rest of your Sunday night, guys, or a good rest of your weekend. Yeah, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I know the background of this is a bit blurry. I do apologize about that, but that's just like the best thing I can like do because for some reason like when I try to like actually like prompt this dude, like it wouldn't let me get to like a better resolution for it. So unfortunately it's a little bit iffy, but we'll just roll with it for right now. But anyways, y'all, how we doing? How are we doing on this Sunday night? I know the delay is a little bit off. I don't know why. For some reason, I had my Ethernet cable plugged in my PC, but for some reason, it was still letting me cause to lose frames. But I think we're good now. Which is obviously very very good. Let me know, chat, if you guys can be able to hear me pretty well. I'm actually gonna turn this down just quite a bit because I think it might be a little bit too loud. But anyways, y'all. Hope you guys had a great weekend. We have a lot to cover into this stream. Obviously, you guys know. I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been doing like a lot more like NFL talk and a lot more sports talk. Obviously, obviously when we're getting to the late seasons of NFL playoff or NFL regular season, and obviously now we got NFL playoffs starting here in a little bit, and we'll obviously get into our reactions of all the Week 18 games. Not every single one, but like the more important ones, obviously. And we'll see how it goes. What's going on, Skylander? What's going on, A Sports? I hate this a little. Yeah. I feel you, man, for Dolphins fans. I was cheering for the Dolphins. I really wanted them to win this game. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, unfortunately. So I'm very sorry about that. But it's just sucks for Series to play Bills without TJ Watt. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, we'll definitely get into all the teams that I really do want to talk about in this stream, obviously. And we'll see how this goes. But anyways, guys, hope you guys had a good weekend. Obviously, I know I probably said it for like the third time, but yeah, hope you guys had a good weekend, and looking forward to obviously beginning of a new week. Obviously, if you guys are going back to school, if you guys are going back to work, obviously. Luckily, I don't have work tomorrow, so I'm gonna be taking this time to obviously talk to you guys about all the NFL teams that I feel like interested talking in the stream, and obviously we'll look ahead to Super Wildcard weekend, and I'm obviously looking forward to that. So obviously, you guys know I am a Colts fan, so unfortunately, the Colts didn't make the playoffs. Unfortunately, which honestly, at the beginning of the year, I had no idea that we were going to be in this position. But honestly, I'm pretty proud of my team of what they did. So basically, my team that I want to win all obviously is the Cowboys. You guys can see I'm wearing a CeeDee Lamb jersey. He's arguably my favorite player in the NFL right now. So yeah, Jack's sold yet again. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about them, dude. How they lost that game to the Titans, but obviously we'll get into that here in a little bit. Josh Allen just loves playing from behind. Apparently so. Honestly, the key moment that really turned the game around was that punt return touchdown, in my personal opinion. I think after that, dude, all the momentum just went to Buffalo, in my opinion. Um, and it just seems that it felt like for a while, it felt like the Dolphins just wanted to play that type of game. Super physical game, not like a lot of scoring, obviously. And it just seemed like Miami was kind of in that position where it'd be like, hey, honestly, we trust our defense. Our defense has been playing pretty good up until the fourth quarter, and you know, and it's just so happens to be that punt return touchdown really gave all the momentum to the Buffalo Bills. And honestly, the Bills defense did a really good job tonight. Honestly, if you think about it, um, I would say except for the running game, honestly, Tua really wasn't anything special. Honestly, so it's just it's been interesting for the Bills and Dolphins for now. Obviously, they're both definitely different scenarios right now. Obviously, if Obviously, Buffalo winning means they will get a home playoff game. They'll be the second seed and will face the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that means the Dolphins will have to go Arrowhead and face the Chiefs. And well, I've heard that potentially next week it's going to be single digit weather temperature for that game. So that's going to be really tough for the Dolphins. But obviously, if Dolphins would have won this game, they would have gone to face the Buffalo Bills again next week. And then Pittsburgh would have had to go to the Kansas City Chiefs. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So, Buffalo played better second half. Yeah, they pretty much did, honestly. I don't think the Dolphins scored a single touchdown in the second half, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they didn't gain points. But obviously, guys, we're going to get into some teams here, obviously. So really quick, I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. So really quick, I'm going to go ahead and try it here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and cover the screen really quick. I'm going to try to look at all the week 18 games. We're actually going to take a look at all week 18 games and see how we did. By the way, I will showcase you guys my in the year predictions and how I did this year in predictions. Honestly, not one of my best years in terms of predictions, unfortunately. I didn't really do that amazing, but it is what it is, apparently. So yeah, we're going to get into every single NFL game. Obviously, we're not going to go into the Thursday or extra games because obviously we already covered that here. So really quick, I'm going to try to see if this is it. Yes, this is it right here. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and move my webcam. You guys are able to see this a lot more easier. Yeah, I think the webcam looks pretty solid right there. I'll just move right there. Does that look pretty good, chat? Let me know. It looks pretty good right there. Okay, so unfortunately, I can't read chat because obviously, so I'm gonna have to look at my phone here. By the way, guys, if you guys like this type of content, make sure to drop a like on the stream. And also, if you guys do like this content and want to see more of this type of content, I said content for 4 times down in the last 10 seconds. But anyways, make sure to drop a sub on the way as well, as we are on road to 900 subs. Yeah, let's get into these games. So obviously, Steelers obviously beat the Ravens. Obviously, that turned out to be a huge factor for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Obviously, Pittsburgh, what they needed to happen was they needed to win and then either have the Bills or the Jaguars loss, and one of those things happened. So, and then obviously, Texas Colts is pretty much a game for the to guarantee yourselves a playoff spot. And obviously, if Jacksonville would have lost to the Tennessee Titans, then this game would basically meant the winner of this game would get the AFC South. So obviously, Houston, Texas won that game. I'm still not recovering from it, obviously. Well, actually, I've definitely cooled out myself a bit from that game. So let's get into the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. So Tampa Bay obviously needed to win this game to clinch the NFC South, and they wound up winning in a measly 9-0 game. Obviously, Baker was hurt this game, unfortunately. I think he has cracked ribs, and I'm pretty sure he has a little bit of a sore ankle. So obviously Baker wasn't at his full he wasn't fully healthy for this game, obviously. So but I did pick the Buccaneers to win this game, and obviously Buccaneers defense played an outstanding game. I give or take it's the Carolina Panthers, but congratulations for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, dude. Seeing Baker Mayfield, obviously recovered from where he's been in the last couple years, honestly, it's kind of crazy to see how Baker Mayfield's kind of saved his career, honestly, because it felt like if Tampa Bay wasn't really going to be good this year, then unfortunately it felt like maybe Baker Mayfield was going to be in his last chance to be a star in this league. And you know what? He definitely saved himself from, being able to be a starting QB, and obviously he did his job. So I want to say congratulations to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Obviously, I know there's still kind of a hit or miss team, obviously, because the division was kind of weak this year for the NFC South and obviously Buccaneers. But hey, congrats to them, dude. They absolutely deserve it. Cleveland and Cincinnati, this game means nothing to both these teams. Cleveland's already clinched 5 seed and Bengals were already out. But I did actually switch my pick to the Bengals at the very last minute, and obviously they won dominant fashion against the Browns. So good job for the Bengals to go 9-8. Cleveland obviously will get the 5th seed. Obviously we'll face the Houston Texans, which we'll obviously talk about here in a little bit. Vikings and Lions, actually kind of a little bit of a closer game than I expected. I honestly expected the Lions to blow out the Vikings. It seemed like the Lions were blowing out the Vikings, but Vikings were kind of keeping it close until the very end. Really sucks seeing Sam Laporta though going down with a knee injury. I don't think it looks good, so he might be out for the rest of the year, which really sucks if that's the case. I really hope it's just like a minor injury. I hope it's nothing anything major, but from the looks of it, it didn't look anything good for the Detroit Lions. But honestly, other than that, Lions looked pretty good today offensively, obviously, against a pretty good Vikings defense. And obviously, Vikings had to have a lot of things happen for him to clinch the playoff spot. But obviously, with the loss, they were automatically eliminated. And you know, it's tough being a Vikings right now because you think about it, man, Kirk Cousins, like, you know, it just seems like maybe Kirk Cousins, this might have been his last year being a starting QB for Minnesota Vikings. So it looks like maybe his time might be winding down for the Vikings, obviously. So there's that. Pretty tough loss for Vikings, but obviously Detroit, you know, being able to win this game, obviously, you know, get a home playoff game next week, which will obviously we'll talk about that game obviously later down the road, but very, very looking forward to seeing the Lions in a home playoff game for the first time since I think like the Barry Sanders era, if I'm not mistaken. So Detroit Lions, good win against the Vikings. Jets Patriots. I actually originally had the Jets, but I was like, okay, I think maybe Bill Belichick will at least, you know, cement himself and, you know, beat the Jets one more time. And unfortunately, I was absolutely wrong on this game. Jets pretty much dominant win against the Patriots, and who knows, it might be Bill Belichick's last game as a NFL coach. But I've heard there's rumors that he could maybe go to Washington. I could never heard there was rumors that he might go to the Chargers or, you know, even other teams. So really horrible season for New England. Obviously, Jets. I don't know why. I just, again, this game means nothing to us, but honestly, I just felt like New England. You know, I don't know. It's just, this was kind of a bad switch-up game for me, like this one right here. So obviously, tough game for New England. Great win for the Jets, you know, off the year. Obviously they're going to get Aaron Rodgers back next year, and you know they'll try to hopefully get to being a Super Bowl contender next year. Falcons Saints. Yeah, Saints basically dominantly beat the Falcons. That's pretty much it. It sucks for Saints, man, because I feel like this team is good, but they just need to like get things going. You know, they need to be more consistent. If they're more consistent, if they're more of a consistent team, then I could definitely see them being a pretty good talented team. They are a talented team, but it's just really sucks, you know, seeing that the Saints, you know, it feels like they are a talented team, and Derek Carr, you know, obviously, like, you would think 9 wins for Saints is actually not too bad, but when you think of having high expectations for Derek Carr, obviously, it just felt like he was the missing piece, and it seems like there's a lot more holes for the Saints than originally just the QB. So, Saints, I mean, great winning off the year, obviously, you know, winning, I think they won like 4 of the last 5 games, so I mean, that's definitely a good way to end the season, but, you know, it just really sucks that, you know, they need to get some help from, like, the Bears and even the Cardinals, and unfortunately they didn't get any of those things done, and even the Panthers. So I don't know, Saints, seeing them not being playoffs is a little bit disappointing, but again, we'll just see. At least they end off the season well. And for Falcons, yeah, I don't really know where this team's gonna go, obviously. Skylander actually just said it. I think Arthur Smith actually just got fired from the Falcons, unfortunately. So really sucks seeing that, obviously, because it just feels like the Falcons could beat that team that, you know, they have a young team. They definitely do, but it's just, they need to get a QB of the future, and I still don't think they even have it. So going 7-10 just is pretty disappointing again for the Falcons, and just seems like they're just really inconsistent again. They're kind of honestly like the Saints, but they're definitely a lot worse in my opinion. So good win for Saints, horrible loss for Falcons, and it seems like Arthur Smith is done with the Falcons. And obviously the game that, you know, as a Colts fan, I was hoping that if we would have won last night, I was looking forward to this game, the Jaguars and Titans. Now, if Colts would have won last night, right now we would be playing the Cleveland Browns in a home playoff game. But unfortunately, obviously, I'm not going to take anything away from Houston. That was a great win for them, but it just felt like the Colts definitely had a good shot to beat the Texans and potentially got a home playoff game against the Cleveland Browns. But unfortunately, it didn't wound up being able to happen. Unfortunately, this might it seems like this might be the final games for Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry. But honestly, a great way to end off eliminating the Jacksonville Jaguars, which, man, what a disappointment the Jaguars have been this year. Like, I get Lawrence was hurt for like a good bit of the year, but he only missed the one game. So it felt like, I don't know. It just felt like the Jaguars, like, they had it rolling, dude. They were 8-3, you know. It just felt like, oh, they easily got this division, or, you know, they easily could be a playoff team. But then they were starting to get in that crazy 4-game losing streak. It was just like, dude, they need to get it going. And obviously, this was obviously the game that if they would have won, they would have gotten the 4th seed, and Houston been the 7th seed. But obviously, because Titans, Mike Vrabel has guys ready, and honestly, I think Mike Vrabel is still one of the better coaches in the league. It's just his team is just not really in a good situation right now. Obviously, you know, with Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill, I don't know. It's just gonna be really interesting to see how the Titans do his offseason and what happens to Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill. But a great win to end off the Titans season. Obviously, you know, kind of a you know, just honestly, it's kind of weird because the Jaguars eliminated the Titans from going to playoffs last year, and Jacksonville made it in. And this year, it felt like, oh, this is a little bit more easier, you know. Titans don't have Will Levis. You know, Titans are missing a lot of their defensive starters. You know, they're missing a lot of their offensive line, and they still couldn't beat the Titans. So, super huge disappointment for the Jacksonville Jaguars this year, but a great win to end off the Titans season. Seahawks Cardinals. This game really didn't matter unless the Packers would have lost to the Bears, which we'll obviously talk about next year, as you guys to see. But Seattle 9-8, kind of another disappointment team because you expect after last year, you know, having like a 9-8 season, you know, make it to playoffs last year. Obviously, when they trade Russell Wilson, it felt like that team was going to just straight up go downhill. But again, their 9-8 season, like, again, not a bad season, but again, it just felt inconsistent for the Seahawks. And honestly, I don't really know if Geno Smith is their guy. Like, he's not a bad QB. It's just, I don't know if he's really their future QB. So we'll see how they do when it comes to their QB situation. Obviously, with Drew Lock and Geno Smith, and obviously if they want to draft like a young QB, which they might have to, honestly, in my opinion. So we'll have to see. But yeah, we'll have to see about the Seahawks. But kind of a disappointment again for the Seahawks, but not as big of a disappointment because I didn't expect like a huge like win gap for the Seahawks. I expected Jacksonville to win maybe like 11, 12 games, but they only got 9 wins this year. So yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna be fine. It's just they just really need to, you know, get together and, you know, be more of a consistent team. So we'll see about that. Bears Packers. I did not really watch a lot of this game, but Green Bay's in it, man. I had a weird feeling this year about the Packers. It just felt like this team, it's kind of weird. You know, you expect that, like, you would expect this team, like, to maybe go a little bit downhill after losing Aaron Rodgers, but they actually went uphill. Last year, they went 8-9. This year, they went 9-8. That's a one-game improvement with Jordan Love. And Jordan Love, I'm going to be honest, dude, he's a baller. Like, I think we need to give Jordan Love the respect that he needs to deserve, man. And I'm gonna be honest, dude, I think Jordan Love is the future for Green Bay. Honestly, they just need to keep building around him, you know, get better O-line, get better receivers. I mean, they have a young receiving core, obviously, with, you know, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Dontavian Wicks, Jordan Reed, some of them, Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, Luke Musgrave, you know, David Bakhtiari, obviously, when he comes back, if he ever comes back. And they got a solid defense. They need to still keep it going. Obviously, we'll see how they do next week against the Dallas Cowboys, which we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, great wins in the season for Green Bay Packers. It felt like after that Bucks game, it felt like the season was over for Green Bay Packers. But they went on to win the last 3 games, and you know, it's just it's another bit of an inconsistent team. But I'm telling you, if they get it going, dude, they roll. Like they're a really good team when they are a very consistent team. But Chicago, I don't know how I feel about the Bears, dude. Like, I feel like their defense is good. Like, it feels like the defense like kept them in this game, but the offense, dude, like, Bryce Young dialed them up at 30 points, and Bears scored 9 against them. Like, I don't know, man. Like, just hate to see it for Chicago and Justin Fields. Like, I don't know, man. But Chiefs Chargers, I'm not gonna get into this game. Like, I don't think this game really matters for any of us. Blaine Gabbert, I guess started, so that's cool. Broncos Raiders again, another meaningless game, honestly. Again, this game really didn't matter for any of these teams, so I'm not really gonna get into this one. Hey Eagles fans, you want to talk about an absolute dumpster fire of a team you are right now? You guys just lost to Tyrod Taylor and a backup Giants team. The Eagles, the same Eagles team that was 10-1. You know, felt like everybody was saying they were the best team in the NFL. I just thought to myself, dude, this team only wins close games, but when they lose bad. They lose bad. They're only bad, like, the only loss I guess was kind of acceptable was the Seahawks one, but still, you lost to Drew Lock, so I'm not going to really count that. Obviously, a Jets game, but they lost badly to the Niners. They lost badly to the Cowboys. They lost to the Cardinals, and they lost to the Giants in back-to-back weeks. So, Eagles, and not only that, we just got news about A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts both being injured. So, that does not help them, obviously. So, I don't know, man. This Eagles team, dude. Like, honestly, you know what's crazy? This team reminds me of 2020 Pittsburgh Steelers. You guys remember when Pittsburgh was like 10-0 or something like that? Then they had a late season crumble. I think it was like one game where they lost to like the football team, the Washington football team, aka now the Washington Commanders, but back then it was the football team. Lost to Alex Smith in a home game, and like after that, dude, they were just like they were going downhill, and then they lost to the first round against Browns. I'm getting that kind of deja vu feeling with the Eagles, and yeah, dude, this Eagles team just looks like an absolute dysfunctional team right now. And I mean, honest, I kind of called it. I'm thinking to myself, dude, like the Eagles to me, dude, are seriously like the 2020 Pittsburgh Steelers, and even like the 2021 Cardinals. Like Cardinals were like rolling in the NFC, and then they just absolutely collapsed towards late season. So I don't know what this Eagles team is feeling right now. Like they feel absolutely like a dumpster fire team right now. They just don't look good, man. So great win to end off for the Giants, though. Seriously, props to the Giants, though. Dude, Saquon balled out. Tyrod Taylor balled out. Their defense did a hell of a job against the Eagles. The Eagles just like, you know what? We've had enough, dude. We're just going to get ready for next week. But unfortunately, now A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts are both having injuries. We don't really know the updates on them, but it doesn't look good for the Eagles. So I kind of called it. I feel bad for Hurts and Brown obviously getting hurt. It just, you hate to see it, but man, dude, this team just looks dysfunctional right now. So we'll see about that. Rams Niners, this game really didn't have any matters. Now I think the only thing that could have mattered is if the Rams would have lost, and I think if like the Saints or the Packers maybe won, then maybe the Rams would have fallen to 7. But I think Rams automatically clinched the 6th seed, so this game really didn't matter. But Carson Wentz actually looked kind of serviceable today. I mean, I think he looked kind of serviceable. Sam Darnold didn't look too bad against the Rams, so kind of a fun, entertaining game. If you don't really want any stress about like, oh shoot, my team's gonna miss the playoffs or something like that. So stress-free game if you're a team above those for now. Cowboys and the Commanders. Number 88, baby. I'm telling you, dude, CeeDee Lamb is just that guy, dude. I'm telling you, CeeDee Lamb might be like the second best receiver in the league. Like, it's crazy to think, dude, of how much improvement CeeDee Lamb has had this year with Dallas Cowboys. Fun fact, Eagles went 1-5 in last 6 games. Yeah, literally, dude. They lost to the Niners, the Cowboys. Then then they lost to the Seahawks, and they barely beat the Giants. Then they lost to the Cardinals. Then they lost to the Giants and they lost to the Jets. Yeah, they lost to the Jets as well. Yeah, dude, Cowboys. Seriously, just this is literally if Cowboys wanted to get a lot of momentum heading to the playoffs, no matter what seed they were in, dude, this was the game they needed to get a lot of momentum in, and they absolutely did that. Now, I will admit, I was a little worried for Brandon Aubrey for a second because after the blocked field goal, literally, me and my dad were watching this game. I don't know if you guys know it, but my dad's a huge Cowboys fan. He's been a Cowboys fan for all of his life. But basically, the commentators were saying, "Oh my God, dude, Brandon Aubrey's yet to miss a kick." I'm thinking to myself, "Oh my God, they're going to jinx him." And guess what happens? Block field goal. Block freaking field goal, dude. The commentators literally ruined Brandon Aubrey's perfect season, dude. And then late towards the game, it was easily over. Brandon Aubrey doinked a 36-yard field goal. I'm like, oh, we better not have like a Brett Maher situation where like I feel like we need to go for it every fourth down. But then he drills like a 50-yard field goal easily, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is easy. So yeah, Dak Prescott, dude, might be the MVP. I don't know. It could be Christian McCaffrey. It could be definitely not Jalen Hurts. And definitely not Brock Purdy. But Cowboys just can't crumble in the first round. Absolutely. I could see them lose to Green Bay. I thought to myself, if Cowboys are going to face a 7-seed team, I don't really want it to be Green Bay. I would probably want it to be like Seattle or like New Orleans because Seattle is Saints are really inconsistent. Green Bay feels like they're kind of like the hot team right now. So we'll see about it. Yeah, fantastic way for the Cowboys to end the season. Obviously, even if the Eagles won as long, or even if the Cowboys lost, I mean, Eagles absolutely got demolished by the Giants. But obviously, Cowboys need to win this game, get a lot of momentum heading into the playoffs. So, and I think this might be Ron Rivera's last game in Washington, unfortunately. So, you hate to see it, man. I will say, I do think Sam Howell's gonna be a good QB for Washington. I don't think they need to. What about Lamar MVP? Yeah. I forgot. Obviously, I didn't talk about the Ravens, so I didn't really have him in mind. But yeah, it could be Lamar as well. But yeah, I think Sam Howell's not a bad QB. I don't think they need to look into a QB. Like again, he's only going his third year. Like I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be a pretty good QB. It's just he's kind of a iffy situation. And now I know some of y'all are Dolphins fans, but we gotta talk about this Bills-Dolphins game. What a choke by the Dolphins, honestly, because it felt like the Dolphins seriously had this game in the bag. I wouldn't say they had this game, but it just felt like Dolphins were just like having the momentum. But that punt return touchdown literally changed the game. And then the Bills defense kept like they showed the Dolphins the second half. So that's very, very impressive for the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, though, I'm gonna be honest, dude, 3 turnovers, man. You cannot be having those types of turnovers in playoffs games, dude. I'm telling you. I would say if Dolphins had Waddle, Raheem Mostert, Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, Andrew Van Ginkel, Javon Holland, like if they had everyone healthy from that team, I think Dolphins would have won this game. And also, if Dolphins had, I'm forgetting one part of their line. They were missing one more line, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, just literally Dolphins ran the crap out of the Bills, but then they had to stop running because they were getting behind in the game, and they thought Tua was going to be the answer, but it just seemed like Tua, man, he had 2 really bad interceptions. One that he was just lobbing up to Tyreek, like that's just not a play you do, obviously. And then that last one was pretty bad. Obviously, I know he was kind of getting pressure. Yeah, Xavier Howard as well. Like, yeah, I get it. Sorry, I had to burp. But yeah, it's just not. It's just, man, dude, such a bad loss for the Dolphins, and now they have to go to Kansas City and freaking maybe single-digit temperatures next week in Kansas City. That's gonna be brutal. And then Buffalo, dude, huge win. Huge win. But again, Josh Allen cannot have 3 turnovers a game in playoffs game or in a playoff game. That's all I'm saying. If they were to face like the Ravens or like the Browns or the Chiefs or maybe even Houston, like if Josh Allen has 3 turnovers a game, like it just wasn't good. To literally through to Bills defense, literally, dude. I don't know, man. Like Dolphins, dude, they're another collapse in December, dude. Like. You think about it, if they would have just held on to that game against the Titans, man, Dolphins would have been just fine. They'd probably be like, okay, we're just going to say our starters, and, obviously, Bills can win this game if they needed to. But, like, no. They had lost that game to the Titans. Just sucks, man. It's just like, obviously, I'll give Tennessee credit to winning that game because I think Will Levis is definitely the future for Tennessee, but like, man, dude, that game literally ruined the Dolphins season, in my opinion. I felt like after that, dude, it just felt like, ooh, Dolphins might be a little bit on alert here. Then they get absolutely smacked hammered by the Ravens. I get they beat the Cowboys, but I felt like Cowboys kind of shot themselves in the foot that game. It felt more like a Cowboys defeat than a Dolphins win that one. And then now they blew this game against the Bills. So yeah, dude. No Mostert, Waddle, Phillips, Howard, now Van Gink. Yeah, dude, super rough for Miami fans. Like I feel bad honestly, but like, and honestly, I also kind of blame this on the coach, man, Mike McDaniel. Like Mike McDaniel, why are you not pulling out your stars when you're down 30 points, like 5 minutes left in the game? Like, just get rid of your stars. Head into this week. You'll have Bradley Chubb. You'll have Xavier Howard. You'll have two, like, I know two at play, but like, you'll have two a little bit more healthier. Just bad coaching. Like, honestly, it might be coach. Honestly, that's kind of ruining the Dolphins, but that team is super talented for them to only win 11 games. Like, I get 11 games is still a good bit, but like, it felt like a lot of their wins were just against teams that weren't like, ain't that good. So yeah, it's just a horrible loss for Miami. So, anyways, that's it for Week 18. We are obviously going to go into playoff picture. We're going to go ahead and let me do this real quick. I'm going to do this real quick, chat. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and predict NFL Super Wild Card weekend. I hope you guys do not mind that whatsoever. Tyreek did have drop passes big. Yeah, true, dude, man. Tyreek, man, he just, I don't know, he didn't really look anything special. So, yeah, I don't know, man. All right. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get into back to the NFL playoff predictor website here really quick. So now we can actually finally do our games here. So really quick, let me go ahead and get rid of these ads because I hate them. Okay, let me see here. Are we good? Yes, it looks like we are good. So obviously this is week 18, y'all. Obviously these were all the winners. I picked, okay, so I went 11-5 this week. I took Steelers. Okay, here, I'll show you guys who I picked. All right, so I picked this, this, and this. Yeah, these were the teams. Oh, right here. I'll go right here so you guys see the full thing. Yeah, these were the teams that I picked. But what actually happened was this, and this. So I basically got 5 games wrong. So I went 11-5 this week. All right, so wild card weekend. Here we go. Okay, this is my fit. Okay. Yeah, Bills did lose for Solon. Gabe Davis, you are right, dude. It just sucks seeing all these injuries. All right, chat. So here we go. These are not gonna be my official playoff predictions, but this is like super early playoff predictions. I think I'm gonna do my official playoff predictions Friday night, like Friday or Saturday morning, whenever I have enough available time, and I'm gonna make it to a video. So, okay, so I believe the first game is gonna be Cleveland and Houston. Actually, chat, you know what? Here's what I'm actually gonna do. I'm actually gonna do this one here. Let me do this one set brackets predictor. I think there's like one like where you can actually do like a bracket if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think I'm trying to think where it is. If a playoff bracket, is this it? No, that's not it. Hold on a second, chat. I'm really trying to think of this playoff bracket. I'm trying to think what it was called. Hold on. Here, give me a second, chat. I'm trying to find it. Is this it? I want to say this is it, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let me see what it's called. Bracket fights. Okay, yeah, bracket fights. That's what it's called. I looked it up on YouTuber, so give me a second. Okay, NFL bracket fights 2023, not 2024. What the fudge is this, dude? Okay, I'm not gonna do that real quick. Yeah, what the heck is this? What? What is this? Wait, customize. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Sorry, I'm trying to like. Okay, where's NFL? Okay, playoff bracket. Playoff bracket. Where's playoff bracket? You think CJ Stroud gets his revenge versus the Browns? I could see that. I definitely could see that for sure. Wait. Let me try this. No, that's not it. Wait. Where can I like actually go do this? Oh wait, what? No, I don't. Wait, no. Whoa. No. Yeah, reset. Can I reset this? Thank you. What was this? When was this? What? This is terrible. Shuffle seating? Okay. Whoa, they have so many images, dude. What the heck is this? Okay, can I like go down to the bottom and maybe it'll do it? My bad, chat. I'm really like I'm actually like trying to get this thing to work. I want to like do like an actual like bracket where I can actually like do it, you know? If I can't, I'll just go do the playoff predictor thing. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna actually do it. Okay, let me do NFL playoff brackets prediction. Let me see if this will work. Would this work? No, that's not it. No, that's not it. I apologize, chat. I'm actually like I actually want to like try to find one. Is it? I think this was last year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is last year. Oh wait, no, this is. Yeah, no, this is third. Yeah, no. Okay. All right, chat. Here, let me just go do NFL playoff predictor. Let's just do that instead. Sorry, I wanted to like try to do like a bracket fights, so but that's not gonna happen unfortunately. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this. Then we're gonna do this. There we go, yo. Okay, so let's start with the first game. So I believe the first game this weekend, I think it's Cleveland and Houston, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, y'all. I think it's Cleveland Houston. Not going like that. Touchdown by Bills was crazy. Josh Allen threw. It gets deflected and Sheffield dragged feet and it was a touchdown. Yeah, dude, that was pretty crazy. Yeah, that was definitely crazy touchdown. That was definitely a crazy touchdown. Yeah, so I believe the first game is Browns Texans. Am I right, Chad? I want to say it's that. I think it is Browns Texans, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I don't care if it is or not. Anyways, okay. Man, Cleveland, Houston. Obviously, I kind of predicted this is going to happen. Now, obviously, if Colts would have won, it would be Browns and Colts. Now, obviously, if it was Browns Colts, I'm gonna be honest, as a Colts fan, I obviously would like to take the Colts, but this first game, okay, so that's that means it's the first playoff game. So I think that means it's on a Saturday. So that's gonna be a very good game. Now Cleveland did beat Houston earlier in the year, but obviously Houston didn't have CJ Stroud that game, so I'm not gonna really count that game this year. So I'm gonna say yeah, first 10 minutes, CJ Stroud didn't. I didn't think Stroud played that game. I was just making sure. Man, this is a tough one. Now, obviously, as a Colts fan, I don't really want Houston to win, but I do respect them. I have respect for Houston. This is already a tough one. To me, this is one of the more tougher ones, in my opinion. Like, I think, like again, these are not my official ones. These are just really early, just coming out after week 18. Okay. I think if I'm really thinking about it, I think Cleveland has a better overall roster than Houston. I think you guys would probably agree with me on that. Who do I like defense more? I like Cleveland's. Who do I like offensively? I don't know, man. Like, it really just, if Nick Chubb was playing this game, I would definitely take Cleveland's offense. But because Cleveland doesn't have Nick Chubb, but I mean, Jerome Ford's not bad backup. And they also, I think they still have Kareem Hunt, even though he's kind of iffy now. They have a great line. I will definitely give the Browns that. They have a very, very good offensive line. They have Joe Flacco, who's pretty good still. I think this game really comes down to who has the better quarterback play. Obviously, young CJ Stroud, and you have still elite Joe Flacco. I think I'm gonna go Cleveland. Now, I could see Houston win, obviously. Now, obviously, any team can win anytime, right? But I really think Cleveland just is a bit of a better team. And I don't think Houston is yet ready to make that push to like actually make a deep playoff run. Now, can they win this game? They can. They can get revenge on Cleveland for what happened to them early in the year. But again, I just think Joe Flacco has been in the playoffs so much times that I think he's going to have that very experience of like, hey, I don't really want this game to come down to me to make the big plays, but if I have to, I will make the throws. And I think Joe Flacco makes the throws. And I think Cleveland will get a lot of pressure on CJ Stroud because I really like Cleveland's Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward. They got they got some Asdarius Smith now, I think. He's pretty good still. So to me personally, I just think Cleveland just has a much better roster than the Texans right now. So, but I wouldn't be shocked if I'm thinking myself, you know what, maybe I should go Houston, but I think I'm gonna go Cleveland for this game. And they will win the first playoff game of this year. So then I think, okay, so I think it actually goes in this order. I think we get all the AFC games first, and then we get all the NFC games first. But I know this is the last game. Then it's, okay, wait, so I know this is first, then it's this. Then I think it's this one. Then I think it's Green Bay, Dallas. Then I think it's Rams, Lions. Then I think it's Eagles, Bucks. I know Eagles, Bucks is Monday night. I did look at that before this. Okay, Dolphins, Chiefs. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like this is one of the more easier ones in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong. Who do I think has the more talented roster? I think Miami does. But because they're just so injured, they're just having such a late season collapse. I think Chiefs, yet they're not perfect and they're not as dominant as they used to be. I still think because it's gonna be single digit temperatures, weather's gonna be super cold, the crowd's gonna go crazy. It's Mahomes and Kelsey. Chiefs defense has been really good this year. I think Chiefs win this game. Unfortunately, because I would like the Dolphins to win this game. Obviously, I'm more of a Dolphins fan than a Chiefs fan, obviously. But I mean, I just think Chiefs in their head. Now, if this is maybe play Miami, I might have a different scenario. But because I just think Chiefs just, yeah, I just think they have a lot more momentum than the Dolphins. And Dolphins, man, they have just collapsed, unfortunately. So it sucks, man, because I really want the Dolphins to do really good. I want it to be really good, but unfortunately, it just seems that. And it being a cold Kansas City, got Casey, yeah, Casey got this, yeah. I think this is one of the more easier ones. Now, if this was maybe like 4 or 5 weeks ago, I might take the Dolphins. I think Dolphins would probably be my favorites, but now we got a month and a half later. I just think Chiefs are a better team, so I think this is one of the more easier ones in my opinion, unfortunately. Pittsburgh and Buffalo. Okay. I had a lot of different scenarios for this one. Now, don't get me wrong. Who I think is a better team? Buffalo. Who I think is a more harder team? Buffalo. That being said, I feel like Pittsburgh actually kind of matches well with Buffalo. Like, I really do. If TJ Watt were playing this game, I might go Pittsburgh. But Buffalo's defense is really good. And Pittsburgh's defense is really good. Now, who do I trust more offensively? I trust the Bills more offensively. I'm just, man, dude, TJ Watt being out just really, it is such a huge blow for Pittsburgh. Because, man, if they got TJ Watt, dude, he could be a difference maker. And honestly, he is the difference maker for Pittsburgh. If Pittsburgh had TJ Watt, I could see Pittsburgh like really shocking Buffalo. But I think now I'm not saying because Steelers don't have TJ Watt, I don't think they have a chance. No, they still have a chance. Like, yeah, Buffalo's gonna be cold, dude. I heard it might be snowing. And honestly, I think Bills are just a little bit more known for, snow games. So I think this is gonna be a little bit more tougher than predict. Because I actually think Pittsburgh matches well with Buffalo, but I think Buffalo just, this game comes down to can Josh Allen limit the turnovers. If he can limit the turnovers, I think Buffalo wins this. But if he does turn over, Pittsburgh has a good chance to win. So also it comes down to Mason Rudolph as well, in my opinion. So I don't know. Okay, so we got the AFC, right? So it would be Cleveland first, Ravens, and then Chiefs go to Buffalo. Okay. So it'd be that one. Okay, now we're going to go to the NFC. So now we're going to start with this one because that's what the order of the schedule times for this. Oh boy, obviously you guys know I'm wearing a Cowboys jersey, so I'm not gonna be biased. Okay, now obviously I want Cowboys to win Super Bowl, and I really think they could do it, but I'm gonna not be biased. All right, I'm not one of those biased Cowboys fans that just is delusional. So can I be delusional sometimes? Yes, but Green Bay, Dallas. Now, obviously, this takes back a long time ago. When just look at Ravens and Steelers in the cold too, and Mason had fumbled. Yeah, true. It was rain. Yeah, dude. Pittsburgh, I don't know, man. But anyways, Green Bay, Dallas. I would say, heading into this week, I was thinking to myself, if Dallas gets the win versus Commanders and secures the second seed, right? Who was the one team I didn't want to play if they were the 7th seed? I said that'd be the Green Bay Packers. Or the Saints, but I think Green Bay's a little bit more of a consistent team than the Saints and Seattle. I honestly, out of all the 3 teams that I wanted the 7th seed, if it was the Cowboys, I wanted to be the Seahawks because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Seattle is really that like good of a team. But Green Bay and Dallas, this makes it to where now I think Dallas is definitely favorites here in my opinion, but I think Jordan Love has a great game this one. I don't know why. I have a weird feeling Jordan Love. I just have a weird feeling Jordan Love has a great game this one. Do I think Dak Prescott will have a good game? I'm gonna say yes. I think Jordan Love outplays Dak, unfortunately. But that being said, now the one thing that really scares me about the Cowboys defense is Stephon Gilmore is injured, right? Jordan Lewis is injured. But the one thing I really do not like about Dallas' defense is their run defense. And Green Bay's running attack can be really good. Now, it just comes down to does Matt LaFleur trust the run game more than he trusts Jordan Love passing over Dallas? Now, obviously, Green Bay has a lot of young receivers, right? They got Christian Watson, who I think would be back this game. They got Dontavian Wicks. They got Romeo Doubs. They got Jordan Reed, whatever his name is. AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones, Jordan Love, Luke Musgrave. A pretty all right O-line. It's not the greatest, but it's solid. And their defense, it's gotten better over the weeks, but still kind of an iffy defense. Because obviously they played the Vikings with backups, and then they just played the Bears with Justin Fields. So I really feel like this game comes down to who has more explosive plays, in my opinion. Like, I honestly think this is going to be a shootout. I feel like this game is going to be probably shootout of the weekend. Now, you might be thinking, well, Clay, you got Dolphins Chiefs. Like, you might think that'd be a shootout, but Chiefs don't really have that good of offense. Dolphins have a good offense, but like they're just so injured right now, unfortunately. So I think I said this before. I wouldn't be shocked if Green Bay were to win this game, unfortunately. I wouldn't be shocked. Now, honestly, I'm not trying to be biased, but I am going to take the Cowboys because Cowboys are a very good home team. Green Bay, honestly, they're a very young team. They're very inexperienced, and Dallas is more of an experienced team. But I think Cowboys, get a little bit more explosive plays because of CeeDee Lamb. And now I will say this, CeeDee Lamb and Jair Alexander is going to be a matchup to watch. I think that's what it really comes down to. Explosive plays and Jair Alexander versus CeeDee Lamb. If Jair locks down CeeDee Lamb, it's going to make Dak kind of a little bit iffy. And it's going to make him willing to throw more Brand Cooks, Jake Ferguson, Michael Gallup, Jalen Tolbert, and all them guys, right? They might need to hand off to Tony Pollard, who's been kind of a little bit of a disappointment. But I think it just comes down to who has more explosive plays and Jair Alexander and CeeDee Lamb. That's really it, in my opinion. So, but I think Dallas just squeaks out this one. Honestly, this might be one of the Cowboys' toughest games, in my opinion, because I think this favors more Green Bay. Like, the matchup for Green Bay, I think favors more than Dallas does against Green Bay. But I think Dallas, because they're at home, I think they win the game. Sorry, that was a long analysis. This game, I'm super hyped up for. Matt Stafford, the Los Angeles Rams, a team I don't even think anyone even projected to even get 10 wins this year, are heading into Detroit, in which Detroit, this will be their first home playoff game since the Barry Sanders era in 1993. This game, I cannot wait for, dude. Like, I am looking for just fireworks and explosiveness for both teams, dude. I'm so hyped up for this game. Matt Stafford going against the team that, he, wanted them to do so well. He was on that team for so long, but then when it was finally time for him to be like, you know what, I want to go win Super Bowl for the Rams, he won Super Bowl for the Rams. Meanwhile, for Jared Goff, obviously the Rams drafted him in 2016, right? They gave up on him in 2020. They were like, nope, you're not the answer to this guy. Obviously, they traded him to the Lions, and then Rams got Matt Stafford, Lions got Jared Goff. And now Jared Goff has gotten the Lions into this position where they finally won the division. Now, this being said, honestly, both these teams have had so much success this year. Sean McVay, Dan Campbell, possible Coach of the Year candidates, in my opinion. Detroit and the Rams. Like, seriously, I cannot believe we're actually getting a Matt Stafford versus Jared Goff game versus both their former teams. Gonna be a great game Sunday night. I cannot wait for this game. That being said, who do I think wins this game? So, I believe Matt Stafford is obviously more of a veteran QB than Jared Goff, obviously. Now, unfortunately, Sam Laporta probably not playing this game because I think he might have a torn ACL, unfortunately, or a hurt knee. Really sucks. Who knows? It might just be a minor knee injury, but unfortunately, I hate to see one of these two teams goes because I think both these teams deserve to make long playoff runs, unfortunately. But that being said, I think I'm going to take the LA Rams, unfortunately. I just think this game favors so much for the Rams, in my opinion. Now, they got a young defense. Now, they may not be the most talented defense. There may be like some defensive players that are like, oh, I don't really think it's a good defense. But they've just been a good defense all year, it seems like. And obviously, Aaron Donald, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, Matt Stafford, Tyler Higbee as well, and I just think this Rams team is just a really well coached team. Lions, I think, are well coached, but unfortunately, I just don't think it's yet time for the Lions to really make a deep playoff run. Who would I want to win this game? I want Detroit, but me personally, I think Rams just favor more in this game, and I think Rams easily win this game, unfortunately. No, I wouldn't say easily. Sorry, I didn't mean that. But I think Rams upset the Lions here. This is one of my upsets of the week. Right here. So there's my first upset of the Super Wildcard weekend. Now, we get into Eagles Bucks. Now, this game, I'm really going back and forth. All right. Now, who I think is more motivated and has a lot more momentum in this game, I think it's Tampa Bay because they won 5 of the last 6 games. Now, don't take the Saints game as like, oh, Tampa Bay's a little iffy. Don't take it that, all right? Eagles, well, you think about it. Bucks have won 5 of the last 6 games. Eagles, they lost 5 of the last 6 games. And who have the Eagles lost to? Niners, the Cowboys, both blowouts. The Seahawks backup was Drew Lock. The Cardinals are like a top 3 pick team this year. And the Giants, who literally are injured like crazy. So, who do I think has a lot more momentum in this game? Tampa Bay. Who do I think is the better team? Roster and overall wise, I think it's the Eagles. But that being said, y'all, Eagles and Bucks did face each other earlier. And I get it was week 3, a long time ago. And the Eagles easily dominated the Bucks, right? That being said, I really think this is the Baker Mayfield game. Now, it comes down to, is Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, are they going to be suiting up for this game? I'm going to assume they are. But again, we don't know the severity of the injuries yet. We'll probably find out tomorrow. We'll probably find out here in a couple days. But if Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown don't both play, I got the Buccaneers winning this one. And honestly, even if Hurts and Brown plays, I still got the Buccaneers winning. I just think the Eagles have seriously fallen off. Like, it's no tomorrow, dude. And I think Tampa Bay is motivated. I think Baker Mayfield gonna get his chance to really show the world, like, you know what? He is that guy. He can be that star for an NFL team. And honestly, I think he is the future for Tampa Bay for a couple more years. I want him to win this game. If he wins this game, he's going to make the Eagles look like a bunch of frauds out there. And Tampa Bay, I'm going to be so happy if you guys win this. I really think Tampa Bay wins this game. And honestly, I think this is my official one. I really think Tampa Bay wins this game. And I would love it if they win this game. So there's that. Now, divisional round. You got Rams over Lions. Unfortunately, I do. I think Rams just I think to me they are well matched against Detroit, in my opinion. I just don't think it's yet the Lions' time. Like, I think maybe one more year, give them like a year or two, I think they'll finally be like that deep playoff run team. So It's gonna be a lot of emotions, and I really hope I'm wrong on that, but I really think Rams win that game. Now we get into um the playoff or the division round, right? So I think I'm gonna start out with the AFC. I think I'm gonna go. No. You know what, chat? I'm gonna go to the NFC first. I think I'm gonna go NFC. Rams and the 49ers, right? These teams obviously just played today. Obviously, they were backups. In. Now, who do I think is the better talent? Like, who do I think has more talent? With no Sam Laporte, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, it really is, dude. Like, Sam Laporte was breaking rookie record tight ends, dude. It was insane, dude. He was having a fantastic year rookie season, but oh man, it just really sucks seeing him go down with that. Now, who I think is more talented? The Niners. I would say easily. Like, I think Niners are just super talented. Now, who do I think favors more? I'm going to say the Niners. That being said, I look, I have a lot of respect for Matt Stafford. I have a lot of respect for Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Kyron Williams, Aaron Donald, Tyler Higbee, all them guys, right? I don't see it for the Rams, unfortunately. Now, who do I want to win? I want this to happen. I would honestly love this to happen, but I think it's a little too much for the Rams, unfortunately. Coming off emotional win, Matt Stafford going back to Detroit, obviously it's gonna be super emotional for him because that's a team he got drafted to, fought for them for so long, and coming off an emotional win like that, I just think it's gonna roll over, and I just don't think they're gonna have enough to beat the Niners. Now, do they favor? Now, can they win this game because because it's a division rival? Like, I get, yeah. Honestly, I think they can win this game, but Niners, man, they're just a super talented team. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of holes for the Niners still. Like, you don't know Brock Purdy, if he's really even like that good QB they expect it to be, honestly. Honestly, I just think I just think the Niners defense honestly dominates, in my opinion. Now, do I think this could be a close game? I think it could, but I just think it's probably one of the more easier matchups right here. Tampa Bay and Dallas. Oh, God. I mean, Bosa and Chase Young on same D line, it's going to be tough for Rams line. Now, Rams line is pretty solid. Like, they're pretty underrated, but I don't know. We'll see. But Buccaneers and Cowboys. This, to me, sucks for me. Because, like, I want, obviously, Dallas to win. But could you imagine if Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers go to the NFC Championship game? Can you imagine? I don't want it to happen because if it's against the Cowboys, no, absolutely not. But I hate to do this to Baker Mayfield, but unfortunately, I think this is where the ride ends. Unfortunately, I'm gonna take the Cowboys. I think this favors more the Dallas's favor. Now, here's the thing: the only concern I have for Dallas, if it's Tampa Bay and Dallas in the division round, is Bucs receivers, dude. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Whew, that's pretty dangerous, dude. Chris Godwin and Mike Evans are super good in my opinion. And then you don't know if you're gonna have an injured Stephon Gilmore. If Jordan Lewis is gonna play. Like, you just don't know, dude. But I think Dallas I don't know. I just think this is more of an easier game for Dallas than Green. Honestly, I really think Dallas favors more Tampa Bay than Green Bay. Like, I think Green Bay can give Dallas problems. I don't think Tampa Bay is gonna give Dallas as many problems. Now I say that hindsight, dude, 2020, dude, it's gonna be freaking, Tampa Bay runs over Dallas and they dominantly win. But I think it's gonna be Cowboys Niners in the championship game in that one. So, and Cowboys finally get past the division round, dude. Super grateful, dude. Anyway, so AFC. I think I'm gonna go with Cleveland, Baltimore first. All right, Joe Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens. Joe Flacco going against the team who drafted him, a long time, obviously. Got him a Super Bowl, dude, and now he's back and facing the Ravens. It's just so tough. It's just so tough, man. Because, like, I really think Cleveland can win this game. But man, dude, if Lamar loses this game, ooh, it's not going to look good for him, honestly. That being said, I think I'm going to switch my pick, y'all. I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns. I really think Cleveland can do this, dude. I would love it if Cleveland Browns beat the Texans, then go to the Ravens. To me, that would just be super awesome for Cleveland. They're going to have to win 3 road playoff games to get to the Super Bowl, obviously. Unless some miracle happens for the Dolphins or Steelers, right? I just think, I don't know. I just really think Cleveland, like, by division round, Ravens are gonna have back all the defense stars. I get it, but I just think Cleveland, dude, they just match. I think Joe Flacco, dude. I really think Cleveland like upsets the Ravens. Now, I might be stupid because the Ravens might blow out the Browns like 40-10, dude, and I'm gonna look like an idiot, dude. But again, these are my early predictions. These aren't my official ones, y'all. I'm gonna do my official ones like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? But as right now, I just think Cleveland matches well with Baltimore, so I'm gonna go Cleveland. Kansas City, Buffalo. I mean, just obviously great game. You know, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen. You know, Browns gonna have to contain the Lamar heavy offense, dude. I get it, but like, I just think Cleveland matches well with Baltimore. Like, I really do. Obviously, Kansas City, Baltimore. You know, you got Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen. You know, obviously the crazy games they've had, and this is going to be Pat Mahomes' first road playoff game, unless like they get eliminated first round versus the Dolphins, which I don't think that's going to happen. But never know. This would be Pat Mahomes' first road playoff game in his career. So, man, dude, it's really tough picking against both these teams. Like, you really think about it. Obviously, Bills beat the Chiefs early in the year, or like a month ago, some of that. I think Bills won like 20-14, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think it was 24-17, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was 24-17, if I'm not mistaken. But, man, it's really tough. Like, I think the Bills' only home loss this year was the Broncos. With now we're looking at it, dude. Oh God. Yeah, yeah, man. Like, Bills are rolling. Chiefs are like, they're kind of hit or miss. Like, they could be rolling or they could be just ugh. But I really think it's gonna be. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, y'all, I think we go with another upset. I think the Kansas City Chiefs win. I just, dude, I know the Chiefs offense just is not good, but I think Chiefs defense just, it's gonna get after Josh Allen. I think Chiefs defense gets Josh Allen a couple turnovers, and I think that's really the key factor of this game. If the Chiefs defense gets turnovers against Josh Allen, I really think the Chiefs offense can do just enough to beat the Bills, in my opinion. I'm not saying Bills defense is even as good as the Chiefs. I think they're a little bit worse than the Chiefs. I think Chiefs defense is better than the Bills, but yeah, really, I really think it does come down to Josh Allen again. Like, I feel like every game, if Josh Allen just doesn't turn the ball over, I think Bills are great. I think they're unstoppable. But if he turns it over, man, they're gonna keep the teams in the games, and it might come back to bite him, you know. So I think this is one of those games where I think the Chiefs just, I think they're gonna, like, people are gonna think, oh, Mahomes' first home or road playoff game, he's probably gonna struggle a little bit. I just think Mahomes just makes enough plays, and I think Chiefs win. So yeah, I got 2 upsets in the AFC. I got the 2 favorites in the AFC. Now we get into, if Josh Allen limits turnovers this game, it's Bills' game to win. Yeah, easily, I would say. If Josh Allen doesn't turn the ball over, I think Bills win. But I think he is going to turn over quite some time. Cleveland and the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh my God. I'm gonna start with this game first. That was crazy. Oh, I really had the Ravens like Super Bowl. I legit am winning Super Bowl this year. I really did. Cleveland and Kansas City Chiefs. Oh my God, you do not understand how much I want Cleveland to win this game. I really do. I just unfortunately I think this is it. I think this is in the road for Cleveland Browns, unfortunately. I want them to go to their first Super Bowl ever. They've never been to Super Bowl, dude. But I just think Chiefs, they're gonna pull off something out of their ass and they're just gonna win. So yeah, I unfortunately have the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, do I like the matchup for Cleveland? Yes, I do. I I don't know, man. For some reason, dude, I just don't think you go against Mahomes and the Chiefs, man. I just don't think you do. So I think Chiefs win this one, unfortunately. I want Cleveland to win so bad, dude. Honestly, in the AFC, I either want the Dolphins or the Browns to win. Or maybe the Bills and maybe Baltimore. Not really, though. Or even the Texans. I wouldn't mind the Texans, honestly. That'd be crazy if they do, but I think Chiefs win this one and go to Super Bowl. And then we get to the Cowboys and the Niners. I think we've seen this road before. I really think we've seen this road before, unfortunately. And I don't want to do this, man. I don't want to do this, y'all, because obviously if Colts don't make the playoffs, if Cowboys are in, they're my team that I want to win all, obviously. And I want to like actually like feel the moment of the Cowboys winning a Super Bowl, dude. I just want that feeling with my dad. And I just don't think this could be potentially one of our final chances to like actually maybe do it, man. And we've tried it for like the last, I would say, ever since 2014, dude. I'd say 2014 was really like the start of like our Super Bowl window, in my opinion. And I want it to happen, but I think we're gonna fall short again, unfortunately, with Super Bowl. I think Niners, man, I think they're gonna come after Dak, man, and I think Dak's gonna maybe force turnover two or throw an interception or two, and I think that's really gonna be it. Also, I think Niners the run game is gonna roll over Dallas's run defense. Like, I really do. Honestly, I feel like this is gonna be kind of similar to last year, but I think Dallas will play a little bit better. I just think Niners just have a little bit more talent to them. So I think, guys, it's gonna be a Niners Chiefs Super Bowl. All right. I think it's gonna be Niners Chiefs Super Bowl just like in 2019. If I'm not mistaken, 2019, 2020. Man, this game's tough because I don't know, man. Brock Purdy could actually get the Super Bowl. Will cause all the doubters him and all that. And Mahomes is getting a lot of hate this year. Obviously Chiefs are struggling. I think this time, I think 49ers win the Super Bowl, y'all. I hate to do it, but I think the Niners win the Super Bowl. Now, again, guys, this is not my official playoff predictions, but I really think this is my early predictions. Again, we're going to do my official playoff predictions here later this week, all right? But as of right now, I think the Niners are going to win the Super Bowl. I really do. Like, I really think Niners are just that team. And I think Brock Purdy's going to silence all the doubters. I think he balls out this game, and I don't know. We'll see, y'all. But yeah, that's it. So again, a little rundown of who I have on the wild card. I have Cleveland beating the Texans. I have the Chiefs beating the Dolphins. I have the Bills beating the Steelers. I have Buccaneers upsetting the Eagles. I have Rams upsetting the Lions. Cowboys beating the Packers. Division round, I have upset Chiefs. I have upset Browns. I have Cowboys over Bucks. Niners over Rams. And then conference championship, I have Chiefs over Browns. I have Niners over Cowboys. And then the Super Bowl, I have Niners over the Chiefs. And they finally win the Super Bowl. So I think that's what's going to happen for right now. But again, I might come back later to this week and we'll actually give you my official playoff predictions. Now, here's what I think I'm going to do, y'all. I think I'm just going to do wild card this weekend. I don't think I'm going to do the entire thing. I think I'm just going to do wild card and see where we're at. And then after that, then we'll do divisional. Then we'll do AFC NFC championship game. Then we'll do the Super Bowl, obviously. So it's not gonna be the entire thing, I think, unless I just want to get out of the way and just see how well I do and how wrong I will be. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, y'all, I think that's gonna do it for me, guys. I really do appreciate you guys' support on the stream. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday night, whenever you guys are watching this, and watch the script beat the Ravens versus Niners. Honestly, it could be, like, obviously because of the Super Bowl covers, but I actually don't think it's gonna happen. So, anyways, y'all, give this stream a like. Also, subscribe to the channel if you guys like this info content. We're gonna have more info content, obviously, in the upcoming weeks. Obviously, upcoming days. That's what I meant to say. Again, I'm still trying to, like, get used to, like, actually, like, talking to you guys about sports and so all that good stuff. But what playoffs Madden players do you think we could see? I'm not so sure, actually, Skyler. I'm not sure. I haven't really, like,